Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel today. This video is going up on the 1st of January, so very happy New Year. It is currently 9:45 on New Year's Eve, and I'm doing my voiceover. That is just how exciting my life is. No, two young kids, we've had a pretty full-on week, and we are having a fairly quiet night at home. I have just finished editing this video and my photos, so I thought I would upload it for tomorrow. This page is for Scrap the Boys, and the first thing I showed you was the mood board, which was those soft orange and pink with the ice cream. I did search and search and search for an ice cream photo with my boys, and I just couldn't find one. So I was really inspired by the colours in the picture, and so I found this paper by Coco Vanilla Studio. And it's actually from the 'Tis the Season collection. It's called Holly and Jolly, I think. And I decided that I was going to use that for my background because those really soft pastel colours really spoke to me and really resonated with that mood board ice cream picture. Thought that's going to be perfect. I also recently took advantage of the Black Friday sales they had, and I got the sticker sheet for the Endless Summer collection. And I only ended up using, I think, one sticker off it. But anyway, that's where my inspiration came from. As you can see, I'm scrapbooking a fun photo of my boys in the pool. This is from last summer. They absolutely love being in the pool. It is this one that they're in we don't have anymore because we went to blow it up and fill it up, and it was all the water ran out and it was flat. So we had to get a new one. So this year we will have different pool photos. However, they love the pool. They spend hours in it even when it's not even hot. And with the hoses on, it's extra fun. So that's why I wanted to document this photo. I think the words on the mood board say summer love or something to that effect. I'm going in here. So firstly, I used a dry paintbrush and some white heavy gesso, and I just brushed that onto my background. And I'm coming in with some Distress Oxide colours. If you really want to know the colours, I can find out for you. I don't have them in front of me right now, and I can't remember. I think one of them is Broken China, and I think that's all I can tell you. So you can see I'm just doing the packaging technique, drying it off in between colours, adding splatters. Now I have discovered that when I add splatters over the top of white gesso, or gesso at all, the splatters don't stay splattery. They kind of go runny. So you'll see that in a minute. This is one of my new shimmers, and I think, oh no, yeah, so that's one of my new shimmers sprays, and so is this one. Obviously it's a darker blue. I just wanted to give it a bit of depth. And like I said, when I splatter, it didn't help that my colours were not dry yet, but you'll see in a minute when I add some splatters after it is all dry, the colour kind of bleeds a bit, and that's because of the gesso. The gesso makes it so that the colours don't sink straight into the paper. So you can see some of my splatters there are already starting to blend in. Now I know that my paper was completely dry, but that's okay, so I work with it. I'm just soaking up some of the excess water, and then I'm going to go back in again and splatter again. This is the lighter of the shimmers colours that I've got. And you can see some of those splatters are bleeding into the gesso, which is, I'm totally fine with. It makes it look more like water. Using my paper towel. So, tell me, what are your plans for New Year's Eve this year? Anything exciting, or are you just like me? I've had a couple of vodkas. We've had family here. We had a big day out in the sunshine today, which was lovely. Truth be told, I'm ready for a couple of quiet days, so it's been pretty full on. I'm using a clear stamp here from 7 Dot Studio, and I thought it really looked like water splashes. You can see in the close-ups better, but it does look like water splashes, and I'm using the darkest of my Distress Oxide inks to stamp that, and I'm really happy with how that came out. So this, my mojo has been somewhat MIA lately. Things have been I don't want to come on here and complain. Things have been different around here for a little while, and taking their toll on my creativity. I'll say that much. So my mojo has been kind of MIA for a little while, and I was trying to get it back. Like I said, I was really inspired by the colours in the mood board here, which is what made me go for this sticker sheet and this piece of pattern paper. But you'll see here that I move embellishments around for quite a while before I settle with anything that I'm happy with. I think I only end up using the flowers from that sticker sheet. I found this other sticker sheet. It's Hello Sunshine. It's also by Coco Vanilla Studio. And all I'm doing is using my EK Success powder tool to take the sticky off the back of the sticker so I can move things around. Like I said, I was really unsure of what I wanted to do or where I was going from here. Mojo is, yeah, all over the place at the moment. So I'm just trying bits and pieces and trying to work out what I want to do. I ended up actually, I'll be honest, I ended up cracking it and going to bed, and then I came back the next day, which I think, no, this is still the same night. I'm like, okay, well, what if I change the orientation of my page? And this could have worked, but I just didn't love it. What if I change the orientation of the flowers? Nope, they don't work that way. So here is where I'm like, that's it, I've had enough. I'm going to bed. This is the next day. I had a bit of a play with a few bits and pieces. You can see I've got a few things layered. I ended up pulling out my ephemera pack from the Hello Sunshine pack, and that's where that summer word comes from. It's actually in like a beautiful grey wood grain, but it didn't work with this layout. So I'm using some gesso and a little paintbrush, and I'm going to give that, I think it kind of ends up with 2 coats of gesso just to make sure that it's covered enough. Just activating the colour that I'm going to use there. I really wanted to pull on some of that darker orange, and I got a pretty good colour match, I think. I'm going to dry that off quickly with my heat tool, and then I'm going to go in again with a little paintbrush and another pot of my Shimmers watercolour paints. If you want to know any of the colours I've used, please leave me a comment and I will find out for you. I don't have anything in front of me right now. I was just like, hey, I'll just do my voiceover. Give that a couple of coats because I'm like, that's just not quite right. So I'll give that 2 coats and then I'm really happy with it. Give it a try with my heat tool. And that is exactly what I was after. And it's got a beautiful shimmer to it as well. You may have noticed I'm kind of in a stash busting, use it up kind of mode. So I have jumped into my stash again and I'm using as much as I can. I pulled the Hello Sunshine puffy stickers that I've still got left. I don't have many left on the sticker sheet, but I got most of them used up. The only ones I have left have got red in them, which just wasn't going to work for this page. I use up the top So Good, I think it is, and then for part of the title 2 puffy stickers as well that say the best. So this is another of my shimmers, and you can see I'm splattering that on and then going straight over with my paper towel. I didn't want it to run and blend in. Using my distress tool to distress the edges of my papers. So both of those papers again are from the same Christmas collection. That tealy blue colour one does have Christmas trees on it, but when I use it as a layer behind, you cannot tell. The colours were just perfect. I was so happy with them. I hear lots of people talking about they use their photos to pick what pattern paper they'll use or what colours they'll use. Clearly that is not the case for me, and apparently I am the unusual one, and I'm totally okay with that. But I like the contrast that I've got with the more vibrant colours in my photo against the more softer colours in the pattern papers. Obviously it is a personal choice, and you don't have to do what I do, and I don't have to do what you do, and it's all good. It's all about what we like and how we want to record our memories. And for me to go with the more pastel colors, I think for photos of my boys in the pool just didn't really match the memory. So I really wanted to include that brighter blue. Sounds really silly, but that's okay. That's how I remember it. They were laughing, they were loud, they were having so much fun, and I wanted a fun, happy page. So that's what I've gone with. I'm going to add some wood veneer, and I think they are from the Hello Sunshine collection as well. Wanted to add in some thread for a bit of a different texture. And I ended up going with this more minty tealy colour. It depends what you, this thread, it depends what you put it with for the colour, like for you to see the colour. If you put it with more blues, it comes across as more blue. If you put it with greens, it comes across as more mint. It's very pretty. Just using my Scotch tacky glue to stick my veneer down. I think that says remember or together. No, I think it says together. Then a little arrow. Sorry, I knocked my camera. For those of you that don't know, I have a tripod literally immediately behind where I stand to scrapbook. Yes, I stand to scrapbook. It's better for my back, and I'm more comfortable standing. But it is like literally immediately behind where I stand. And so if I take a step back at all, I do bump into the tripod. I am normally really careful, but obviously this day I wasn't. So I'm just using some wet glue to stick everything down to make sure it stays where I want it. I've got a little anchor there from the puffy stickers. You can't see it very well, I don't think, on the video here, but I've got the best as part of my title, the best summer fun, and they're puffy stickers, the best. This wood veneer banner, I was so excited to get it on a page. I love it. I think this says so good. And then I felt like, so I've got this wood veneer, it's a little speech bubble with a heart, and then I felt like I had a weird gap. So I'm like, what can I put in this weird gap? And I found these two little icy poles. I'm like, that's perfect. I'm going to put them in there. One of them, so I layer some thread behind, and again with the camera, I'm sorry. Some thread, which almost all of that gets covered over, but that's okay. My glue was almost run out at this point. I'm going to layer one flat and a tiny bit of foam behind the other one. And FYI, I'm almost completely out of foam now. I picked some up the other day in Riot. It was $22 for a big stack, and I was just like, I don't want to spend my crafty budget on this. So I put it back and I didn't buy it. I decided to move that wood veneer, and I like it better there. And it gives more of that diagonal from the top left to the bottom right. I mucked around a bit. I added some journaling, and then I decided to add a little bit of stamping, and it says Funshine. And then I think I added the stamp date underneath my journaling as well. Yeah. So here are the close-ups. Thank you ever so much for stopping by. Happy 2019. I hope that it is amazing for you. I hope that you've enjoyed this, and I cannot wait to see what your take on this fun challenge is. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for helping me reach my 1,000 subscribers goal, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.